Good afternoon, everyone. It is Monday, June 30th, 2025, and we have a parabolic move coming here pretty soon, possibly even some sort of a blow-off move. Let's get into it here today. First, if you can, give the video a thumbs up. Appreciate you. It helps the channel out. Love you guys. We got a short week here. Let's make it a good one. Also, come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. We also have a sale going right now for another 2 weeks. 60% off your first month of active trader, 40% off swing trades, and 40% off all courses as well. Anyway, let's get into it here today. So market today with, oh yeah, surprise, another rally. And that's 6 days in a row now that we have gapped higher and close. You see S&P there closed flat that day, but spiders were green and the Qs were green as well. So that's 6 in a row. We could try for a 7 tomorrow. Let's talk about it though. We do have end of quarter today, and I'm doing this video. It's a little, it's about 3:15, and so there's 45 minutes left. Now maybe we're going to see a little, maybe this little pop here is some front running of end of quarter stuff. So maybe it does get walked back a little bit. In fact, it wouldn't even surprise me if that happens. They, obviously last Friday, we had that little, the day everybody got so excited over this dip, and we just pumped right into the close. So we might see, maybe this is just a little bit of front running here. There is still some pinning effect at 550 SPY, and again 6200 SPX. I don't think we really would get too much through that. I wouldn't imagine. That said, a couple of things that are notable here. If we don't start pulling back tomorrow with beginning of quarter and JOLTS data, yeah, I think there's a possibility. I'm not going to sit here and say like it's going to happen. Like I'm not making that prediction because it's such a asinine thing to even like predict anyway. But it's definitely worth noting that it is possible that we could see like an acceleration of an already pretty powerful, dramatic rally right now. And right now, so far, it has been a lockout rally, and it is reminiscent. And I'll just show you here. I mean, like I've been saying here, the longer we stay above 600, this is for July OPEX here, the longer we stay above 600, the more this hedging, this delta just increases. And yeah, we will have a little bit of a cap at 620 there, but it's hedged positively. It's not negatively configured at all. And through that's like 630. There's another tail up there too. I know it sounds crazy, but this has happened before. I wouldn't bring it up if it wasn't possible. Most notably, I would say would be like Jan 2018, and I keep saying this because this was a sorry, let's actually get back here. This was a 10% move here in a few weeks, and it's like I've said, and in fact I wrote an article on this on Friday. If you want a more like comprehensive look, you can check it out on the website here, and there it is. But like based on the positioning, and I talked about this last week as well, but like look dude, like this is the market's short here. Like the market, except for banks and dealers, the market's positioned short here. They're fading this rally, right? And that's why it can continue higher. I mean, like let's take a look at, I point this out all the time here. Look, we're going higher right now. They're buying puts into this, right? This is not a euphoric move. There's no euphoria here. It's skepticism. It's hate, right? It's a hated rally. And until we start to see that switch where you see a big spike into retail buying and, put premiums collapse and call premiums stay elevated for several days, yeah, like this can happen. It definitely can happen where we could see maybe 63, 6,400 really quickly. Is that my preferred scenario? Not really. I mean, I'd love to get another dip to buy, but that's why it's such a core component of what I do is leaving runners, and there's 6,200 as we see that's right now. Well, yeah, it's definitely possible. So I'm not predicting that. I'm not saying go FOMO in right now, but just be prepared that is a possibility here. Look at the market right now here, and what's a stock that could definitely catch up that could do that. I've been talking to you guys about Apple here lately, and a lot of people have been wondering when it's going to catch up. I actually just tweeted about an hour ago. It's ready to go. And in fact, I talked about it this morning with members. Full disclosure, I've had Apple long shares, and I've got a full position in that. But take a look here at the daily BB width here. So it's collapsed. that's ready to expand. There's also a time count there on the daily. You can find out that time count in the course that's on sale right now on Carnivore Trades. But yeah, we knew this was likely to break out today or tomorrow based on that time count. And we're starting to get a bid. You know, again, it seems like a crazy rally, but Apple hasn't even joined the party yet. If this starts pushing towards 220, 230, 240, yeah, there's going to be a party starting, unless Nvidia and Microsoft back off, unless all the other Mag 7 stocks back off. I mean, but you've also got like a Tesla here that could catch up as well. All right, so it's not just and here's Apple for, let's just give it a little bit more room here. Oh, that's for the 18th. Well, we can look at the OPEX. Let's look at OPEX. So I mean, like, again, this is now positively hedged. That 200 pin is gone, right? It's pretty positively hedged, but we can even look at this Wednesday, or seriously Thursday. So we have a short week here. Yeah, positively hedged is not really a tail up until 215, so that could go straight up there if it wants to. How many S&P points do you think that's worth? So just throwing some things out there. Now tomorrow we have beginning of quarter, and we've got jobs data, so maybe we get a hot JOLTS print, maybe backs the market off. I would like that. I'd like to see a good 150 point dip, a good little scare, maybe a retest of 6100. But if we don't get that, it could start getting a little crazy. So we'll see. ES here basically almost at all-time highs, and there we are. So market in good shape here. Triple Qs again, like none of these gamma. You gotta, and that's the thing. Everybody's so obsessed with gamma, but honestly, 5% of you actually understand how it works. I don't mean that. And I didn't mean to say that to you guys. I meant to say that to the Furus out there. Just because there's a call wall somewhere doesn't mean it won't just get gone right through. And that's what we look at here. And that's why we haven't been shorting. Because, yeah, there's a call wall at 550, but look, they're just pushing right through it. Easily pushing right through it. And if you had access to our hedging tools, you'd know that, it's not really something you'd want to fade. I mean, outside of a scalp or a quick day trade. But nonetheless, yeah, good moves here. And IWM also closing back above the 200. Weekly close right on the 50. And a nice pattern there. That is starting to curl back up. Red today, not the craziest, but it's been pretty good lately. There's 317. That's not bad. Dow here also up, another breakout. This took off a little bit sooner than I liked. I was hoping it would stay flat into the end of last week. I wanted to jump on this too, but nonetheless, nice breakout there. SMH just shy of all-time highs. IGV just shy of all-time highs. Transport's red today, but holding up well. They did back into that trend line there. So again, market acting well. 2-year bond getting a little bit of a bid, so rates again kind of coming down just a little bit. And we can take a look here. Looks like I don't have, well, let me sec. I don't have that chart in front of me right now, but we just look at the 2-year yield. It is backing off, and it's at 3.7 on the futures. I think it's 3.72. On the yield. Actually, here we go. I got it. Sorry, it took me a second to get it up. There we go. 3.72. Again, breaking down, and yeah, Fed can cut. Market likes it. We've got QE starting tomorrow. So I mean, this is like the perfect storm for a really powerful move here. You got short sellers, fighting this. You've got the Fed, or not the Fed, the Treasury about to do QE tomorrow. And you got strong dealer positioning. XHB up 0.25%. I think this could be a catch-up player too, like this weekly chart here. VNQ. I like this weekly chart as well. I do own a little bit of DRN, just full disclosure there. Small position. XLF, again, all-time highs, all-time closing high. KRE, another thing I think could be a catch-up player. Nice weekly pattern there. I mean, there's catch-up charts here too. So broker dealers, yeah, so bearish, right? Broker dealers at all-time highs. Getting 1,000 handle here. Oil down 62 cents. I'd like to see this if it can get to 62. I would consider a dip buy. XLE down 57 cents. We'll see what this does at beginning of quarter. XOP and OIH also backing off, and we got nat gas here down 8%. Not doing anything with that. And then dollar here continuing lower. So this might be pricing in weaker jobs data. We'll see if that is the case. And if it's not, maybe the dollar can rally. Gold here, we had a day trade on this earlier, and it's still going. So it looks like, you know, some coming off here. Now, I do know that GLD will be a little bit, it's not negatively hedged after today with end of quarter, but it's not as strong. It's not as strong going into July, August, just FYI. It's not negative, it's just not. Like, between like May and June is super positive, like super supportive at 300. Now it's a little bit more neutral. We had a nice pattern here on GLD. Look, we back tested that low, or that trend line. Beautiful liquidity grab. And on the 4 hour, nice RSI there. And I think there's some members still holding runners in this. So I bailed on it early, but and there's still some people holding it. It is above some resistance here too. So like right around 33.10 was the level I was kind of looking at. Yep. Right about there. And yeah, it's trying to poke above it right now. Probably not the best. You know, 33.10 right there. There we go. Poking above. Yeah, nice little divergence there on the 4 hour. Yeah, gold, you know, hanging in there. But next month, it's not as powerful. Silver flat off the lows, platinum flat, kind of quiet day, palladium backing off, and copper holding up again, higher lows than last time inside day, inside of a strong move. Right, and then lastly, Bitcoin hanging in there. Yeah, nothing horrible here. It's trying to break out of the range. I don't think it's ready yet, but hey, you know what? It's acting well. Coinbase, it is pulling back here. You got MSTR up nicely, and Hood, another one that's crypto related. Look at that move. So that's back to that's an all-time high for Hood. Look at that, like 425 extension didn't even do anything. I don't even know. I don't even remember what that, when I drew that fib on there was, but yeah, nonetheless, market's acting well. I wouldn't fight this tape. If we can get a dip, I think you can buy it for the next 3 weeks at least, but if they don't dip this thing soon, this could get wild. I'll just say that. It's possible. Not predicting it. Don't come in here. If we back off tomorrow, Aaron was wrong. Like, okay, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it is like there is a setup there. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here again. You guys take care. Don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com. See you guys all tomorrow.